Hello everyone. I am working on what's called a chromatic color chart right now. Basically what I'm doing here is taking these three colors and mixing them all up to get all of these different colors. So this is my blue, this is my red, and my yellow is down here. And so basically I have all of my blues and reds up here. So I'm starting with ultramarine, going all the way through purples, red violets, all the way up to sort of a red orange. Down here I have my oranges and greens. And basically what's happening is the color that's down here is opposite of the color that's here on the color wheel. So I am basically getting all of my neutrals from each color. So it's going from starting here, we would go with a red violet, and then we're going to mix in a tiny bit of this green to get this, a little bit more green, all the way down until you get to the solid green here. So this gives me pretty much all the colors that I can get from mixing these two, which are opposites on the color wheel. So I'm almost done with this chart. I have these colors to mix up right now, and I'm going to start with this Quinacridone Red and this green, which I've made from yellow and blue. So I'm gonna log on to Instagram over here on my iPad while you are watching, so I can see if there are any comments or anything happening. So let me look that up real quick and hop on here. All right, now I can see it. There's a little bit of a lag. I'm gonna see if I can mute this because I don't want to hear myself talking while this is happening. So one second, let me turn this volume down. Okay, there we go. So right now I'm just gonna mix up this red and green. I need to mix up 10 different colors to go all the way down this line. So I'm gonna scoot this right here and just bring my palette over here and start mixing some color. All right, so I've got my red, which is right there. I've got my green, which is there. I may mix up a little bit more green. I don't want to run out while I'm doing this, so let me mix up a little bit of that. I like to keep my primaries over here, just kind of out of the way. So I want to get this green. We're going to take some of this. This is Cadmium Yellow Medium. All of these are Gambling. My blue is Ultramarine Blue. My red is Quinacridone Red, which is that pile. So let's see if we can get this same green. Just going to go a little bit at a time with this blue because I can always add more blue. Also, I don't think anyone in my house knows that I'm doing Instagram Live right now, so if a kid comes running in here, I may pause it just to let them know that they will be on camera if they come in here, or they'll at least be heard on camera. All right, let's add some more blue. All right, that's good. So when I'm making these charts, I don't like to do like one color at a time. I like to mix up all of my colors and then apply them. So that's what I'm doing for each row. I'm mixing up all of my colors, and then that way I can adjust them on the palette as needed. I don't want to mix up a color here and then have to mix another one for that spot and then adjust after I've put them on the canvas. It's which is much more difficult that way. So I like to start with the lighter color. I'm gonna put a good bit of green in this first pile. Then we've got, let's see, I need 10 colors in between. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna add a little bit more green to some of these piles. And I'll keep a little here in case I need to add in more. So this first one, I'm gonna do just the tiniest bit of red to this. Red is a really potent color, so really pigmented color. Only takes a tiny bit to shift the color you're mixing it in. I also like to keep this color here so I can compare the second color to it. It's a little bit darker. It's a good second color there. All right, we'll add a little bit more red to this one. I don't know if y'all can see them very well. Let me know if you can't. I don't know if the light's too, like if there's too much of a glare. I can see it really well in person, but I don't know if it looks, how it looks to you. So just let me know if you can't see them. So this one's a good bit darker than this one. So this one will probably end up being my second color. So I'm gonna try to mix one in between these two actually. And I want a gradual change. That's it. That will be 3. There we go. That one's just slightly darker than that one. A little more green in there, a little bit bigger paint pile. So I need to see if that one is darker. I think I need to add a little more red. That's it. All right, so my goal is to go from this color to this color. And I have those two on here, so everything like from here to here needs to be like a perfect in between. So this last color that I'm gonna mix, I'm going in a line like that, needs to be pretty close to this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix up my last color. That's gonna help me gauge what those three middle colors will be. So that is probably going to be the 9th color. I think I could go a little bit darker. So we are going to go a little more red. So let's compare that to this. Let's put a little bit of this next, because this color right here is the same as that. So that's basically a grade down, toned down neutral of this red color here. I think I can still push it and get a little bit closer. All right, I think that's good. That's gonna be the 10th. It's gonna go right here. So these three need to be in between those two colors there. Let's get a little more green. So my paint palette's not really big enough. And a little more red. I'll see what I'm doing. I'm gonna see if I can hold it up, and that might be better for y'all. I feel like there's a glare. You can't really see the color, exact color very well. We're gonna go a little more red. So this chromatic color chart is for a class I'm taking right now. But I do like to do these color charts for my paints, just for my personal, what do I call it? My personal paint swatch book. I like to do a color wheel with different brands of paint and different reds, different blues, different yellows, just to see what kind of range of colors I can get. All right, that's a good next step. So we are going to mix this one next. I think we can take some of this, put that there. Push it a little bit more. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is our next color. And I'm gonna get the rest of this green down here. So we have a little bit of paint to play with. So this 9th color needs to be between this and this. Okay, so that is a pretty good next to that. I think that's a good choice. I think these two are looking a little too similar. So let me wipe this off. I think maybe we'll be able to get one more between this one and this one. I'm going to combine these two because they're too close. So that is going to be the 8th color. This will be the 9th now. No, 7, 8, yeah. 8, 9, 10. This is 10. That's 9. Confusing myself here. All right, so I'm gonna take a little bit of this and put it here. I'm gonna mix a little bit of this green so we can have some more paint to play with, a little more red. So I want a color between that and that. I think that's gonna do it. Yep. Okay. Can y'all see there's some very subtle shifts in some of these, like this one and this one are pretty close, but in person this one is warmer. Like I can tell it's just slightly more toned down than this one. Let's see if I can put these where you can see them better. And these two also are pretty close, but this one is slightly warmer again because I'm adding a little bit more red each time. So some of these are going to look close, but once I put them down on the canvas, I think it's going to be a really nice gradual shift, which is exactly what I'm looking for. All right, so I'm going to put these on this canvas here, and then I will probably post a picture. I think my other son just came home, so I'm going to go ahead and shut down this Instagram live, and I'll try to post a picture once it's completely done on my regular feed. So thank you for joining in. If you came to watch this, I hope you got a little something out of it, at least. Maybe you learned what a chromatic color chart is. I think they're pretty cool. I love creating color charts. I think they're so pretty to look at once they're all done. So yeah, I'm gonna fill this in, then I'll do this row and I'll take a picture and post it on my feed.